Congratulations are in order for the 999,453 candidates who sat for the 2023 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. Congratulations to you. The results were out, and of course we do have our reporters stationed in various parts of the country, all the way from the lakeside city to the coastal city and here in the capital, to bring you the latest on this particular development that continues for the next few hours or so. My name is Abdiaziz. Hashim. My co-anchor this afternoon is Anne Wangeshi, and we want to start our bulletin this lovely afternoon at the coastal city, where we do understand that our reporter, that is Junai Karisa, is currently conversing with one of the candidates at Sheikh Khalifa. Let's get to listen in.
Gavana kaunti nzima ya Lamu na ameweza kubobea kapata matokeo kama haya. Nafikiri hii yazungumza kwa sauti kubwa sana, kwanza kwa baba na nyumbani, namna ambavyo discipline imepambwa na kijana, namna ambavyo kwamba yeye mwenyewe ni self discipline, na hii shule yetu ambayo kwamba imebobea pia babaka akaweza kutuamini, na si yeye peke yake, na ndugu yake hapa nyuma, huyu ni former student wetu, na huyu mwingine hapa Timami kama governor, kabla ya takwa governor, has full trust of this school. It talks about the substance of this institution called Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, and the teachers that we have here and the administration and the board of trustees and management. It means we are all working in sync and we are doing the right job. But above all, that mosque there is what does the wonders, because our belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our prayers and our dedication to Him and dependence on Him is what tops everything else. Tops everything else. Now, A's so far we have 8. We have 8 from the 4 from the boys and 4 from the girls. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. And we have so many A minuses and B pluses, but they're still trickling in. As you know, there is what do you call it? There's an internet traffic and jam up there, so they're coming in slowly. But very soon we'll be able to announce our full results, and we expect to do a 9.5 or above. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Already the 8 A's are more than what we got last year. Last year we managed 7. So this means there are good things still trickling in. Bidillahil Kareem.
What do you think about the new grading system?
The new grading system, I think we thank the President, the Minister of Education, or the CS of Education, and everybody else in the education sector, the new team that went round. I think this is one, for the first time, results are student-oriented. The fact that the grading system actually changed to help, this is very good, because definitely these results have also been propelled because of the new grading system, whereby they only considered one language, you know. That's very crucial, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Now, so we really commend the President and the CS for this wonderful change. Now,
other candidates who are waiting for this year's examinations, angalia kule mbele, alafu kidogo tu kwa kifupi zarudia tu how happy you are.
I would like to tell my other students to work hard and work smart. Like Mr. Rishad used to tell us, to work smart, and also don't gauge yourself in just reading. You need to open your mind, go for activities, take part in all school activities, be everywhere in the school for you to succeed. A
wholesome student.
A wholesome student. Thank you very much. I'm overjoyed. I can't even express myself right now. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was our reporter Junai Karisa just conversing with one of the students who have performed better in this 2023 KCSE examination results. He is, or both of them are among the 1,216 candidates who scored an A plane, with the others of 1,146 who are able to score an A minus in this particular examination. Now, from the coastal city, I want to bring you back here to the capital. I do understand we have a hold of our reporter Tilio Marco at Pangani Girls. Tilio, good afternoon, and if you can hear me, what is the mood like in Pangani Girls High School?
Thank you very much, Abdiaziz. We are coming to you live from Pangani Girls School, where we understand that teachers are right now compiling results, today being the day when Education Minister has announced results for 2023 KCSE, and we are now we are camping at Pangani Girls School. We were having Deputy Principal academics who are here with me, but he has just walked out. He will be coming back to tell us what exactly continues to happen here. But he has told me that the results are being compiled by teachers right now as we speak here at Pangani Secondary School. Once he comes back, we will come back to you as he tells us more about what exactly is happening, because there has been delay in getting the results from this school. We were expecting that by this time results would have been known, but until now he is telling me that results are being compiled by the teachers, and maybe in an hour or so results are going to be out. He was here with me, but he just walked out, and he will be back in a moment to come and tell us exactly what's happening. But he hinted to me that results are being compiled by teachers right here, as we will just continue to see the results, but the teachers are still compiling the results. Once he comes back, he will tell us more about what is happening and at what time are we going to get the results from this school.
Thank you so much. That is our reporter Chilio Marco at Pangani Girls High School. He just told us that the teachers are compiling the results so that they can announce and of course align them with the 2023 KCSE results that were just released hours ago by the Education Cabinet Secretary, that is Ezekiel Machogu. Now we carry on with this particular story where 2023 KCSE results are the first to be released under the new grading system that reduced the number of the compulsory subject required to compute the mean grade. Now Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu has directed the Kenya Universities and College Central Placement Unit to align their cluster points and entry requirements to the new reforms to avoid disadvantaging the candidates. Further, the ministry has also set aside 12 billion shillings for the construction of classes in junior secondary school, given that the first cohort of the CBC is set to transit to grade 7.
Arising from the changes in the new grading system, therefore, I am directing the Kenya Universities and the College Central Placement Service, COOPS, and the universities to align their cluster points and the entry requirements with the new reforms to avoid disadvantaging the candidates. The release of 31.34 billion to primary, junior, and secondary schools, and the money was released to us on Wednesday. We have dispersed this money to all the schools, and I'm sure that the money must by now be in the respective accounts of the schools, may it be primary, junior school, or secondary schools. I wish to assure the country that the ministry, working with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, has started a process of reviewing textbooks around the rationalized designs. In the meantime, I urge teachers to continue using the existing already approved textbooks since they have relevant content.
We still need more teachers. You all know that the service has a shortage of almost 70,000, but we want to thank the government for employing these teachers yearly. But as we employ them, let us retool them again, because CBC requires a lot of retooling.
As they do revision of the degrees, that now they will do the said revision from a point of knowledge, because now they'll know what grades they scored. And I would want to advise them to pick courses that may lead to maybe self-employment.
Those are among the key changes that were made to the education sector, from the 844 to the 2663, as well as the load of subjects that they're going to pick in the coming, of course, education calendar, which kickstarts this Monday. Elsewhere, President William Ruto on Monday morning received a briefing from the Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu and his team at State Lodge in Eldoret before the release of the KCSE results. The Education Cabinet Secretary was accompanied by the Principal Secretary for Basic Education, Belio Kipsang, Teacher Service Commission CEO Nancy Macharia, and other education officials. At least 903,260 candidates sat for the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations, which began on October 23rd, 2023.
this year. And this was just on Friday, and the money has already, the ones who did the exam, who surveyed, we have also done the marking in this. We had a total number of 32,632 assessments.
Now, still in Eldoret, I do understand that we have our reporter Wycliffe, who has been covering this progressing or developing story there at Moi Girls High School. Wycliffe, good afternoon and good to see you. What more can you tell us? How has Moi Girls performed in this year's KCSE results?
Well, thank you so much, and a very good afternoon to you, Abdi, back in Nairobi. Like you've mentioned it, we are live at Moi Girls High School here in Eldoret, about a while ago, maybe an hour or so, the KCSE results for the year 2023 was released here in an event led by the CS Education, that is Ezekiel Mashogu. In terms of how Moi Girls has performed, that is a question that I'm going to pose to one of the teachers here that are still in the process of tabulating this exercise. Remember, the SMS system wasn't used this time, and now those responsible have to go to the portal to access the results from the portal there. And in terms of exactly how Moi Girls is performed, I think that is something we will get to know later on. But then the progress, in terms of the progress, Abdi, I'll just engage one of the teachers that are involved in the tabulation process here, just to tell us how far the process is. Habari Mwalimu.
Salama sana.
Yeah, this is KBC Channel 1, our lunchtime bulletin. Probably you would want to tell us how far have you gone with the tabulation process, and what results have you been able to obtain so far?
Asante, naitwa Mwalimu Riki, nafundisha somo la Kiswahili na tunaendelea kuchanganua matokeo jinsi ambavyo tulipewa hiyo link ya kutafuta results. Kwa hivyo tunaendelea na so far tumepata A's almost 10 na kitu. So actually sina the actual number ya A's, but tuko na matumaini kwamba A's ama A zitakuwa nyingi, zitakuwa kama 30 hivi. Tunaendelea tu vizuri, ingawa ni the process itachukua long, because lazima uandike index number, uandike jina la mwanafunzi, uandike una record, so that at the end of the day tutakuwa tumepata kila kitu.
And how responsive is the portal? How responsive is it?
The portal is very fast. We thank the ministry for that. It is doing well. Yeah.
And what is the school target mean?
The target was 10.5, and I think we will achieve around 10.5. We'll get at least 10. That's the least.
And away from the KCSE results, today there was the reporting day for other classes. It's not happening here?
No, our reporting date will be on Wednesday. I think it is only tomorrow and then the following day.
Going with the process of your tabulation, what duration do you think you'll be able to compile for the entire main?
I think it will be around 8 p.m. Today. We shall have completed everything.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Abdi, that is one of the teachers involved in the process of tabulating the results here at Moi Girls. Like you've heard him mention that this is a tedious process actually. You understand that the SMS system hasn't been used, and now the results have to be obtained from the portal. And the portal, they say it's quite responsive, but given the large number of the candidates that sat for the KCSE here at Moi Girls Eldoret, now that process they think will proceed all through to 8 p.m. that is in the evening. Well, we are in Eldoret and we'll be able to conduct a spot check in various schools just to see how the performance, what results have been reported in those schools. Back to you, Abdi.
Thank you so much. That is our reporter Wycliffe at the Moi Girls Eldoret, where the Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu just a few hours ago announced the KCSE results for 2023. As you can see, teachers are running against the clock to tabulate some of those results. They were told to access it through the Kenya National Examination Council NEC portal. That is where also, dear viewer, if you're a parent, that is where you'll get the results of your loved one. And of course, talk to us on our social media platforms at Abdiaziz Hashim at KBC Channel 1. and tell us how your son or your daughter has performed. Now, a little bit of what we know so far about the KCSE 2023 is that results total number of the registered candidates are 903,260 candidates who sat for the KCSE. 899,453 were male candidates, 450,554 were female candidates, 448,899 students who attained a mean grade of A, 1,216 students who attained that particular mean grade of A but above C+ is that 201,133 students who got an E. A mean grade is that they got 448,174 who were able to score a mean grade of E. Now, the exam irregularities are 4,113. Now, let's go back. If you're just joining us, our dear viewers, is that we do have a total number of registered candidates who are 903,260. Now, out of this is that 899,453 sat for the KCSE examinations of 2023. Now, out of that, 450,554 are male candidates, while 448,899 were female candidates. Now, the students who scored a mean grade of A out of the 899,000 were 1,216, while students who attained C+ and above were 201,133. But students who got a mean grade of E in this year's examination of the KCSE 2023 were 48,174 candidates, while exam irregularities that were recorded during the period were 4,113. And of course, that is all we know so far. But once these teachers tabulate the results from the NEC portal, we'll duly inform you in our subsequent bulletins, telling you which school topped and, of course, the top candidate in the country. And we'll bring you that particular details in our subsequent bulletins. But for now, we need to take a short commercial break. Don't go too far. We'll still have more updates from the ground from our various reporters in various parts of the country in regards to the KCSE 2023. Don't go too far.
Usalama barabarani ni jukumu letu sote. Usiwaletee wanaokupenda majonzi bila sababu. Uwe dereva au uwe unatembea barabarani kwa miguu, fuata sheria zote za barabarani ili kujiepusha na ajali. Usalama barabarani unaanza na wewe. Ujumbe huu unaletwa kwako na Kenya National Highways Authority. Quality highways, better connections.
But the truth will come out one day. And for sure, I'll find out who that woman came between us is.
If Alonso finds out, we'll get into trouble.
Well, you're the one who caused these problems. You filled Rodrigo's head with the idea that Lucia was the best for him.
Rodrigo Zuniga, you're a spineless ninny.
Well, I guess she told you everything that happened on the day of her supposed wedding.
Yes, but she told me that she's gotten over it. Do you believe that?
We all know what he did, but you went too far.
Of course not.
Too far,
I don't care. He deserves that. He should be the one suffering.
Okay, my drink is clean. My name is drink. Oh, Salvador. They started with my looks. Salvador, you have a big stomach. Like as if you cook for yourself. Salvador, you are ugly. They called me ugly so many times until one time I looked in the mirror and I like,
This is to certify that Francis Munyao scored a mid-grade of 50 by 100.
Hello, Shamso.
Alikuwa ananiambia I love you and I didn't hear.
Chezi, pale ute la here. Like ananiambia roho yake inadunda boom boom. You know.
敌人的进攻加强，目标仍然是科学界的高层。王冕教授，看完了这份名单，你有什么感受吗？4次，黑球下一次受到惊吓。
够了！你以为这点小把戏能骗得了我吗？至少轮到我了。
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We're still keeping a close eye on the results of the KCSE 2023. As I had informed you earlier, is that teachers are running against time to ensure that they tabulate all the results they do access from the NEC portal to tell us their best students and how they performed in KCSE 2023. We have also dispatched our reporters in various parts of the country to bring you the latest to that particular retrospect. And also is that from Eldoret, the president, given that there were registered 903,260 candidates, but only 899,453 were able to sit for those examinations. So the president has called for the probe of 3,000 students who registered but failed to sit for the examination. We'll have that and so much more. Now, to other news now is that youth organizations in Mombasa County are calling on both the national and the county government to set aside funds to facilitate the execution of programs geared towards educating and empowering the youth in the society. Speaking during the second mega Islamic festival organized by the youth organization in Mombasa that has brought together youths from various places in Mombasa, the youth led by Fatma Sudi noted that the programs will address the prevailing vices that have continued to affect the community.
Wito wangu kwa serikali kuu kushikana pamoja na serikali ya kaunti pamoja na mashirika mbalimbali kutusaidia vile vile katika miradi yetu, maana tunateseka sana kufunds hizi events zetu. Kwa hivyo naomba mshikane, mtusaidie sisi kama vijana tuweze kujiendeleza katika miradi yetu mbalimbali.
Kila mtu akona ideas tofauti kulingana na mambo yanayoendelea katika jamii. Sasa tukaonelea sisi kama vijana tukaja pamoja, tukaona kwamba tukifanya kitu kama hii, mkusanyiko kama hii, tukileta baadhi ya mashehe waje wakae waelezee zile changamoto watu wanapata katika jamii, basi huenda sisi tukaondoa moja au mawili katika yale yanayotukumba katika jamii.
Wazazi wenzetu tunasema kwamba hawa watoto lazima tuwape support kwa mambo mengi sana. Haya mambo si mambo rahisi sana. Nyinyi wenyewe kama wazazi mwajua zile changamoto na watoto bado hawajajua mambo mengi sana. Kwa hivyo sisi tunataka tuwe chini yao kwenye ushauri, kwenye finance, kwenye kila jambo lao ambalo kwamba tutakulifanya. Tuwape support sana watoto wetu.
And on the political front, leaders allied to the Orange Democratic Movement in Narok County have called on the Kenya Kwanza administration to address key economic challenges ailing the country. Led by ODM Narok County Chairman Musa Ole Nampaso, the leaders, while celebrating Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition leader Raila Amolo Odinga's birthday, said Kenyans cannot continue to shoulder the burden of the high cost of living. They appreciated Raila Odinga's contribution to the fight for democracy in the country.
Yote ambayo imepigania katika hii Kenya, ikiwemo devolution ambayo tulipata magavana katika Kenya mzima, ikiwa miaka ya mbele hatukukuwa na CDF na tumekuwa, walipigania hiyo harakati yote, na tunataka kupongeza yeye kuambia aendelee kupigania Kenya hii.
I want to urge this government. We have put these things, saying the levy, saying the school fees, saying the taxation and the high cost of living.
Now, still on the political front, a section of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance is urging the government to stop what they are calling profiling of Mount Kenya youth by thinking that all of them outlawed Mungiki group. Led by the Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, the politician said the alleged re-emergence of the outlawed Mungiki shall not be used as a conduit to prosecute the youth.
Service at the Jesus Christ Compassion Ministry in Ruiru, Kiambu County. The opposition leaders faulted the government for allegedly profiling Mount Kenya youth and connecting them to the outlawed Mungiki group.
Stop private profiling Kenyan youth. Stop kabisa. There is nothing called Mungiki in Kenya.
Mimi sio MCA, sio mbunge, hata sio nini. Mimi ni yule tu.
The things I saw in Nyeri of those youth, those innocent youth who were arrested, reminded me of the concentration camps, zile za wakoloni.
While timing the group as non-existent, the leaders say the government of the day ought to provide adequate empowerment programs for the youth to avoid idleness and high levels of unemployment.
Hawa wanarika wetu ndio viongozi wa kesho, na ni lazima tuwaangalie na tuwachunge.
They further took a jab at the head of state for threatening to disobey court orders and accusing the judiciary of corruption.
Lakini tusitishe the whole judiciary kwamba utatumia upanga, huu upanga sio kukata sukuma wiki.
For reporting for Lunchtime News.
Now to a remarkable story where Mohammed Anwar Khan, a seasoned rally driver, is on a mission that goes beyond the thrill of the road. His journey is a testament to father's unwavering love and determination to change his daughter's life. He's gearing up for a remarkable journey set to cover 3,657 kilometers from Kenya to South Africa, with the aim being to raise funds for his daughter's treatment and bring awareness to challenges associated with cerebral palsy.
I'm ahead of you. Yes, you are. I'm done. I'm waiting for you.
Meet Saira Khan, a resilient and bubbly individual who hasn't allowed her disability to dim her spirit. Living with cerebral palsy since birth, she shares the day-to-day hurdles she faces.
Like, I can't walk on my own. I need to be assisted in walking, lifting, like the day-to-day activities like showering, going to the bathroom. I need my mom's help and my house help.
Despite the challenges, hope shines through as the family discovered a treatment facility in India specializing in regenerative therapy called stem cell transplant. This procedure offers the potential to replace damaged cells in the brains of cerebral palsy patients.
Unfortunately, at the moment, we haven't had such facilities, so we had to approach India and we got positive feedback.
The treatment is stem cell therapy. It has not been introduced in Kenya yet, but I have seen cases of 2-3 people, children who were taken to India, and it has improved.
However, the path to transformation comes at a cost, a whopping 4 million shillings.
We're looking for sponsorships from well-wishers and stakeholders to help us out to try to make my dream come true. And inshallah, God willing, if we can do that and raise some funds and use those funds for my daughter's treatment, the excess, the surplus, we will try to assist others who need help.
To aid this life-changing procedure, Raj Soni, a generous donor, contributed his vintage Datsun 1600 SSS.
The charity drive to South Africa. And driving to South Africa has always been a dream of mine. So I decided, why not do it for a purpose instead of something that's more of a leisure activity.
The seasoned driver plans to drive the timeless classic to South Africa, not just to raise funds, but also to shine a light on the daily struggles of those living with disabilities. The Khan family now reaches out to well-wishers, appealing for support to make this journey possible and contribute to Syra's healthier and brighter future.
So once she is self-dependent, at least if she can come out of bed, be on the wheelchair and move around in the house, because at the moment she cannot do anything. She's 90 or 95% dependent on others.
I'll be able to do most of the activities myself that I can't be able to do myself right now. Hopefully it will help me be more mobilized, I'll be more independent, have a better future, inshallah.
The donations can be channeled through M-Pesa numbers 0725 284468 or 0723 855672.
And now welcome to the world of business. Investors are seeking to partner with the government and tapping into the 300 trillion shilling African American tourism market by enticing the African American population back to their ancestry to invest in various sectors in the country. Now, Travas Culture has launched an initiative dubbed Call to Action that plans to reconnect African Americans with their African cultural heritage through cultural immersion and adoption.
According to the United States official statistics, the black community in the U.S. has a population of more than 40 million people, representing about 13% of the total U.S. population of 333 million people. Now, Kenya has begun tailoring specific initiatives that will tap the community in growing the economy.
We project it to be a $30 million project, as well as give opportunities for local Kenyans to be employed, also live side by side so that we can connect with the information that we're bringing to the table. But what it does for us is create ownership.
The opportunities for manufacturing will bring a lot of jobs, and it will make a lot of business sense for me to move my company here as an extension.
And that translates into business as well, right? Because that gives us the trust that we could do business securely here, and that will bring more Americans here.
The initiative targets to bring 3,000 to 5,000 visitors in 2024 to tour Kenya, invest and settle in the country. All this to offer a modern African living experience for the African American returnees and Kenyans, with investors having access to various amenities like schools, hospitals and shopping malls.
What we're looking to do is build the first ever estate here in Kenya where African Americans or Africans of the diaspora and our Kenyan counterparts live side by side in one community, the first ever in East and Central Africa.
Players say such trips and initiatives act as an eye-opener for many visitors who plan to invest in various sectors of the Kenyan economy, like real estate and the hospitality industries. However, actors are calling for more incentives in attracting such demographics.
Moving forward, hoping to be able to establish a homeland here with the help of Travas Culture and what they are bringing forth.
The one thing that I would ask, if possible, is to do something about the import-export taxes, because getting materials out of Kenya and selling it in other markets will be difficult, but there is enough market here to make business sense for me to bring my practice here and sell locally also.
Currently, the Kenyan government, through the North American Trade and Tourism Plan, is targeting to increase the number of Americans visiting Kenya to more than 1 million by the year 2027. Alan Auko, Lunchtime News.
And now finally, welcome to the world of sports. Now, Liverpool survived an Arsenal dominance to seal a place in the FA Cup fourth round in a dramatic fashion as a pair of late goals sealed their 2-0 win at the Emirates Stadium. Tonight, Manchester United will take on Wigan Athletic.
With who are you going to sign? We're pressed by...
Arsenal paid the price for missing a host of opportunities and were punished as Liverpool grew increasingly dangerous.
Joined by Alexander-Arnold. It's a fantastic effort.
The deadlock was broken when Trent Alexander-Arnold's free kick glanced in off Jakub Kivio's header with 7 minutes left.
Diaz leads the celebration.
Liverpool's triumph was completed in the closing seconds as a lethal break ended with Luis Diaz firing an emphatic finish high past Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale.
Wraps it up in style.
Liverpool, despite missing captain Virgil van Dijk through illness and with Mohamed Salah at the African Cup of Nations, held firm to clinch the victory. Tonight, Manchester United will face Wigan Athletic.
Still in Europe, Kylian Mbappe scored a hat-trick as Paris Saint-Germain thrashed a sixth-tier side Revel 9-0 in the French Cup Pierre Fabre Stadium in Castres. Now, France captain Mbappe, who is PSG's record goal scorer, now has 30 goals in 22 games in the French Cup.
Mbappe opened the scoring in the 16th minute and added another just before half-time to become PSG's all-time top scorer in the French Cup.
There's the first goal, the first touch. Chips it through, that was a lovely bit of play. Mbappe, oh, that's class. That's a brilliant goal from Kylian Mbappe, and that was top-class stuff.
A Marco Asensio strike in Revel's own goal put PSG 4-0 up at the break. Mbappe then completed his hat-trick in the 48th minute with further goals from Gonzalo Ramos, 19-year-old Chendo, and 2 from Ronald Colomowani.
Penalty. Who won the penalty, takes the penalty and scores the penalty.
Mbappe then completed his hat-trick in the 48th minute with further goals from Gonzalo Ramos, 19-year-old Chendo, and 2 from Ronald Colomowani.
And it's put in from Randall Colomowani.
France captain Mbappe, who is PSG's record goal scorer, now has 30 goals in 22 games in the French Cup.
0 for 5. Kylian Mbappe scores a hat-trick.
Well, that is all we had for you in the world of sports. But today it's all about the KCSE 2023. The results are still coming in thick and fast. But this is what we know so far, is that the KCSE 2023 results, total number of registered candidates this year were 903,260. The candidates who sat for the KCSE examinations were 899,453. Now, out of this is that male candidates were 450,554, while the female candidates were 448,899. Now, out of all these students, in terms of grading, the students who attained a mean grade of A were 1,216, while students who attained C+ and above were 201,103. Also, students who got a mean grade of E were 48,174. Exam regularities in the KCSE 2023 results were 4,113. That is all we know so far at this hour, but our reporters are stationed in various parts of the country to bring you those results. As I told you earlier, teachers across the country are still tabulating from the NEC portal to determine how their students performed. And once we know, we'll be telling you which top 10 schools topped the list of KCSE 2023 and the top students across the country. That marks the end of our bulletin this afternoon. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. My co-anchor is Anne Wangeshi. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.
The 2022-23 campaign served up a truly exhilarating top-end finale. Rivals Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund tussled over the title until the very last second on the final match day. And the race to become 2023 German champions turned out to be one for the ages.
An epic Bundesliga season.
It feels really empty. It feels very unfair.
The only thing that I can say is that I'm unbelievably happy.
Winning on the last day is an amazing feeling.
The game sums up pretty much the last weeks.
We were so close. We are very disappointed.
It was a season of ups and downs for both clubs. We look back at all the twists and turns in the roller coaster title race, starting right now on Kickoff.
Liebe BVB-Fans, lasst uns so hungrig sein.
Dear Dortmund fans, let's be hungrier than ever. Let's work harder than ever. But most important of all, let's be louder than ever. Then I'm confident we've a great chance of one day also celebrating more than ever. I'd really love that.
Darauf hätte ich mega Bock.
Dortmund's season started anew with Edin Terzic returning as head coach and the addition of some exciting new recruits.
You know, the manager who's not so new to me but to the group, and then you've got a handful of new players as well, so you know, I think that really excites me because they're all top players and top guys, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how I can work with them.
Dortmund did a really good job on the transfer market. They bought a lot of players.
I don't think many players have moved from Bayern to Dortmund on a free transfer. I've joined an absolute top club whose high sporting ambitions match my own.
I
think they're going to definitely come hungry this year, so they're motivated, and so is Dortmund with all the new signings. And yeah, so it's going to be a tough season, but I think we're going to make it.
Also, Bayern had some notable star signings.
They've had a really good window as well. They've had Gravenberch from Ajax, Mazuri, De Ligt, Mane. It's brilliant to have all these kind of superstars come to the Bundesliga.
I do think our